Hello, my name is Dr. Sam High. I'm an internal medicine doctor. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to RawTalk. This is episode number 37. RawTalk is where I go off the top of my head. It's unfiltered and unedited. I give you my thoughts and opinions on health. In this episode, I will be talking about how to succeed on carnivore if you can't stomach fat. You've heard it before. The carnivore diet is a high fat, moderate protein way of eating. But what if you hate the taste of fat? What if fatty meat makes you gag? What if you're trying to do carnivore, but chewing on soft, greasy fat makes your stomach turn? You're not broken and you're not weak. And no, you don't have to force feed tallow to get results. I am going to walk you through why so many beginners struggle with fat on carnivore, what's actually happening in your body and brain, and most importantly, how to fix it so that you can get all the benefits of a high fat carnivore lifestyle without burning out. So, first of all, why is fat so important on carnivore? Let's start with the basics. Carnivore is not just a high protein diet. If you eat too much protein and not enough fat, your body runs into serious problems. Blood sugar instability, high cortisol, constant hunger, hormonal burnout, rabbit starvation. This is when your body is literally starving on lean meat. Fat is not optional. It's fuel. It's hormones. It's cellular energy. On carnivore, fat replaces carbs as your main source of energy. No fat means no fuel. And that means no healing. Why do so many people struggle with fat? If fat is so essential, why does it make so many people feel sick, nauseated, or even disgusted? Let's break it down. There are quite a few reasons, but let's go over them. Number one, you've been conditioned to avoid fat. The low fat era of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s trained your brain to think that fat is gross, greasy, and dangerous. You were told to avoid butter, remove chicken skin, and buy lean turkey breast. So when you eat animal fat now, it feels wrong. Not because it is, but because you've been mentally programmed. Number two, your bile production is weak. Your liver makes bile to break down fat. If you've been on a low fat diet, your gallbladder isn't releasing bile efficiently. So when you suddenly eat 80 to 150 grams of fat per day, you might feel nausea. You might feel like gagging. You might have some loose stools. And you might have heavy digestion. It's not the fat that's bad, it's your digestion that's not caught up. Number three, the texture of fat can be off-putting. Rendered fat can feel slimy or gelatinous, especially if undercooked. Some people hate the texture of soft trimmings or fatty streaks. This is often more of a sensory issue than a biological one, but it's very real. Number 4, you're not salting the fat properly. Fat with no salt can feel bland or even repulsive. Proper seasoning helps the brain register fat as satisfying, not sickening. Here's the number 1 rule: don't force it all at once. Many beginners jump from a low fat diet to a 1:1 fat to protein carnivore ratio overnight, and they feel like garbage. So don't do that. Think of it like training a muscle. You wouldn't go from your couch to squatting 300 pounds overnight. So why would you go from low fat to fat adapted in 1 week? You build your fat tolerance. You build it up slowly, strategically, and intentionally. How do you add fat without gagging? Here's where we get practical. I'm going to give you some real actionable tools that will help you build up your fat intake without ever feeling sick or disgusted. So 1, start with fatty meats, not added fat. Don't jump into spoonfuls of tallow in the beginning. Instead, start with ribeye, chuck roast, ground beef, 80-20 or 70-30, lamb shoulder, pork belly. These cuts naturally contain a 1:1 or 2:1 fat to protein ratio and are more tolerable. You can mix ground beef with egg yolks, bone marrow, or cheese if you tolerate cheese to make it more satisfying. Number 2, crisp the fat for better texture. Soft, jiggly fat turns many people off. So crisp it. You can pan fry or air fry beef fat trimmings until it's golden and crunchy. Think of it as carnivore croutons. You can roast your steak at high heat so the fat renders and it crisps up. Fat that's crispy is a totally different experience and often much easier to tolerate. Number 3, make carnivore broths and soups. Drinking bone broth or fatty meat broth is a gentle way to increase fat intake. You can use oxtail, beef shank, short ribs, or marrow bones. Keep the fat cap. Don't skim it. Add sea salt generously. You get the fat, you get amino acids and minerals without chewing chunks of gristle. Number 4, use bone marrow or suet instead of tallow. Many people gag on plain rendered tallow. So you can try bone marrow instead. Roast the marrow bones and spread the marrow like butter on a steak. Freeze-dried marrow is also an option. Beef suet, which is raw fat, has a milder flavor than rendered tallow. This gives you clean fat in a more palatable form. Number 5, incorporate raw or lightly cooked egg yolks. Egg yolks are nature's perfect fat bomb. They're rich in choline, vitamin A, and bioavailable fat. They're smooth, buttery texture. You can mix it easily with beef, broth, or even by themselves. Start with 1 yolk a day and then increase as tolerated. Number 6, salt generously. Lack of salt is one of the most common reasons that fat tastes off. Add Redmond's real salt or sea salt to steaks, broths, rendered fats, eggs. Salt enhances taste and helps your body digest fat more efficiently by supporting stomach acid and electrolyte balance. Number 7, use dairy cautiously if you tolerate dairy. While it's not part of a strict carnivore diet, butter, ghee, cream, and cheese can help transition you into fat adaptation. So you can try melting butter over steak, whipping heavy cream into scrambled eggs. You can eat high-fat cheese like brie, cheddar, or goat cheese. If dairy causes bloating or acne, you can phase it out later. Number 8, fix your electrolytes. If you feel nauseous from fat, you might be low in sodium or potassium. So drink a electrolyte mix. You can make it yourself. Salt, water, potassium. You can add extra salt to meals. Fat digestion requires adequate sodium and bile flow. What about supplements? If you're really struggling, you can consider short-term support like ox bile or lipase. These will help your body break down dietary fat more easily. You can use it short-term to assist during transition. You can use digestive bitters. These will support bile flow and stomach acid. But note, these are just tools, not crutches. You won't need them long term. And here's some final advice. Adaptation will happen. Nobody craves fat in week 1, but most people can't live without it by week 6. As your metabolism heals and your bile production increases, your taste for fat changes. Your body starts asking for it, not avoiding it. What used to feel greasy becomes energizing. What used to make you gag becomes deeply satisfying. Give it time. Fat aversion is not a permanent barrier. It's a temporary phase. So if you've been struggling to eat enough fat on carnivore, if you're choking down ribeye and secretly hating it, if you're ready to quit because you can't eat one more bite of beef fat, don't give up. You're just in the adaptation window. Start slow. Crisp your fat. Salt your meat. Ease in with fatty ground beef, marrow, yolks, and broth. Your body will adjust. And once it does, you'll never go back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. If you want to follow me on Instagram for more content, my username is Sam_HiMD. Once again, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.